You don't need a salon visit for a sleek, bouncy blowout, but the secret starts before you even touch the dryer. Today, I'll show you how to master a salon-worthy blowout right in your own bathroom. You don't need fancy tools, and you don't need to spend hours. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get smooth, shiny volume that lasts without booking a salon appointment. Let's break it down step by step so you can finally nail that professional-looking blowout at home. Starting with the most important step, which is prepping your hair with heat protectant. Before you even reach for the dryer, take a moment to protect your hair. A good heat protectant spray is not just an extra step, it is essential. As we age, hair naturally becomes more delicate and often more prone to dryness and breakage. Years of coloring, styling, and environmental stress can make strands lose some of their natural strength. That is why applying a heat protectant is one of the simplest but most powerful ways to maintain healthy hair while still enjoying the styles you love. Think of it like preparing your skin before makeup. You would not apply foundation without moisturizer or primer because the end result would never look as smooth or last as long. The same goes for your hair. A heat protectant forms a lightweight shield around each strand, preventing the high temperatures from stripping away moisture or roughening the cuticle. When the cuticle is smooth, your hair reflects light better, which means it looks shinier and more youthful. Many women over 50 notice that their hair does not bounce back as easily as it once did. It can feel finer, weaker, or less resilient, and that makes it more vulnerable to heat styling. By spraying a protectant before blow-drying, you give your hair an extra layer of strength. Not only will it stay healthier over time, but your blowout will also look smoother and hold its shape longer. This single step can truly be the difference between a style that falls flat and one that stays full of life all day. Once your hair is prepped and protected, the next step is all about making the process easier on yourself, and that begins with proper sectioning. One of the most common mistakes during a blowout is trying to dry all of your hair at once. Not only does it feel overwhelming, but it almost always leaves you with uneven results. Some sections end up flat, while others are puffy or frizzy. It becomes a struggle to control the brush and the dryer at the same time, and before you know it, your arms are tired and the style looks rushed. The easiest way to make the process more manageable is by sectioning your hair. Start by clipping the top layers out of the way and work on the bottom layer first. This method allows you to move slowly and focus on one area at a time. When you create smaller sections, the heat from the dryer reaches each strand more evenly, which makes the finish smoother and shinier. It also gives you more control over the shape and direction of your style. For women over 50, sectioning becomes even more important. Hair texture often changes with age, and strands can feel finer, thinner, or more fragile than before. By working in smaller sections, you can treat your hair more gently and avoid unnecessary tugging or overheating. It also makes it easier to smooth out frizz, which tends to be more noticeable in mature hair. Another benefit of sectioning is that it helps prevent fatigue. Blow drying can be tiring, especially if you have shoulder length or longer hair. Instead of feeling like a workout, sectioning breaks the process into smaller, more manageable steps. You will find it less frustrating and more enjoyable because you can see the results building as you go. Each section looks polished, and by the time you finish the top layer, the entire style looks cohesive and professional. Now that your sections are ready, the next step is choosing the right round brush, because that tool will shape your blowout more than anything else. The brush you choose is just as important as the dryer itself. A round brush helps you create that smooth finish with body and movement, but the size of the brush really matters. For women with fine or thinning hair, a medium-sized round brush is ideal. It gives you lift at the roots and adds bounce through the ends without pulling too hard on fragile strands. If your hair is on the thicker side, a larger round brush works better because it covers more surface area and creates a sleek, polished look more quickly. The way you use the brush is just as important. Wrap a section of hair around it, keep the tension firm but comfortable, and then let your dryer follow the brush from root to tip. This technique smooths the cuticle and gives the ends that soft curl or bend that makes a blowout look professional. The brush does most of the shaping, while the dryer simply locks it in place. Now that you've got the right brush in hand, the next step is learning how to control the airflow from your dryer, so your hair turns out shiny and smooth instead of frizzy. The way you handle your dryer is just as important as the brush you use. It is not only about heat, but also about direction. Always aim the airflow downward along the hair shaft rather than blasting it in all directions. This small adjustment makes a big difference because it smooths the outer layer of the hair and helps it look sleek, shiny, and polished. For many women, especially after 50, frizz becomes a more common issue. Hair may feel drier, finer, or more delicate, and that makes it more reactive to heat and humidity. By keeping the dryer moving in the same direction as your brush, you encourage the cuticle of the hair to lie flat. When the cuticle is smooth, light reflects better off the surface, which gives your hair that healthy, youthful shine that salon blowouts are known for. Even the angle of the dryer matters. When you point it downward, the strands fall smoothly and naturally into place. If you blow air across the hair or up toward the roots, you roughen the surface and create unnecessary frizz. This can cause your style to collapse before the day is over. Think of it like ironing clothes. If you move the iron in the wrong direction, the fabric can wrinkle or bunch up. Hair reacts in the same way. Learning to control airflow does take a little practice, especially if you are not used to holding the brush and dryer in rhythm. But once you get comfortable, you will notice how much more professional your blowouts look. Your hair will feel smoother, the ends will curl or bend in the right direction, and the style will last longer without extra products or touch-ups. It is one of those small changes that gives a big payoff in both the look and the feel of your hair. After you finish drying, this step is all about how you set the style. The right finishing products will keep your hair full of life without weighing it down. After you finish drying, the products you choose play a big role in how long your blowout will last. The finishing step is not just about holding the style in place, it is about keeping your hair looking lively, soft, and full of movement. The goal is always to maintain the body and bounce without weighing the hair down. Lightweight products are your best friend here. A gentle volumizing spray or a small amount of mousse can give your hair the structure it needs while still feeling touchable. These products lift at the roots and help support the shape you work to create with your brush and dryer. When applied the right way, they make your hair look fuller and give it that fresh from the salon effect. For women over 50, hair often feels thinner or less dense than it once did. Hormonal changes, natural aging, and years of styling can all affect volume. That is why it becomes even more important to avoid products that are heavy or overly oily. Thick creams, dense serums, and certain oils may seem like they provide shine, but they usually end up coating the strands too much. Instead of enhancing your blowout, they pull it down and take away the lightness and bounce you work so hard to achieve. The key is balance. You want something that will keep your style in place without turning your hair stiff or sticky. Lightweight mousses and sprays are designed for this purpose. They add memory to the hair, which means your style holds its shape for hours, while still moving naturally when you touch it or run your fingers through it. This is especially helpful if you want your blowout to last through a full day of activities or even carry into the next morning. Another tip is to focus the product where you need it most. Apply volumizing spray or mousse mainly at the roots for lift, and just a small amount through the mid-lengths to ends. This way you get the body without overwhelming the hair. If you like a little shine, choose a lightweight spray that adds gloss without heaviness. With the right finishing products, your blowout will look polished and youthful, keeping its bounce and freshness for much longer. So tell me, which of these tips are you most excited to try on your next blowout? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading all your experiences, and if you loved watching this video, this next one is absolutely made for you.